Good evening, everyone. This is Philip Reynolds. I'm um, letting you know that I am set up, and I will show you this. I have to show you my two screens. The first camera here is the player cards, and this is an example here. They have numbers 1 through 6 here, and you'll be rolling like 1, and if you got a 1-1, you see that that's an X, which would be external damage, and I believe the asterisk there means that it goes to, that you're targeting the person with the most amount of damage. And the star, like where it says X star, that means you're targeting the person with the least amount of damage. And ND means that there's basically, you get no damage for that turn. Skid, you'll see what kind of damage you did to somebody or did to yourself type thing. And this is the idea that the car says car result depicts the advantage or disadvantage a particular car may have based on the absence or presence of damage. When a dice results on a driver's car reads car, go to the car chart and roll a die, cross-reference the die roll with the car's current damage, and apply the results. Driver's ability is not a factor in car results. These red chips here to cancel out the particular numbers, like the 1 or the 2 or the 3, meaning that if your car gets internal damage, means you can't use your 1 or your 2 or your 3. All you have is the ability to use your 4, 5, or 6. If you get 3 red chips on one number, your car's gone. You can also stall your car or have engine problems. And the rules don't say this, but I'm going to say this, and that's the idea that if you stall, you're going to get one turn, and on your next turn, if you're unable to start your car's out. If you get engine problems, your car is going to be out. The way you read these dice is this is your column, and the black is your column you look at, and 3 is the particular trait area. So with this here, we look at 5 and 3, and here that is external damage, external damage to your own car, question mark, which, let's see here. And it says indicates that a collision has internal damage to a driver's own car, meaning that he gets to take away one of his abilities, his own abilities there. And then a star would be that small star is it's all that X goes to the person with the least amount of damage, external damage. And there are charts, car charts, skid chart, showdown chart, unusual results and repair charts, which you can only kind of do between matches or heats. Double down option. Kind of an example of what the outcomes can be. And board D is your rare results. And because of how late, I was hoping not to be this late, but because of how late it is, I'm going to do this kind of first thing in the morning. And what I did is I used our Red, White, and Blue Racing League, and 13 is D. Scott Howard's number in the race league. And he is, as far as the cards go, no, wrong one. As far as the cards go, he is Link Revere. And each one of these cards has a bonus ability that can be used at any time, kind of during the race. And this says extra capacity 8 for external damage. So D. Scott Howard, instead of having 7, he has the capacity for 8, which is something to note. And with like G-Puck here, it says add an X exclamation point, which is external damage to the opponent's car, and the exclamation represents internal damage. So he wipes away one of the traits from a person. We also have, I also added Pablo Montoya to the race. And his card has, believe it or not, taken extra turn this turn. But the thing about Pablo Montoya is that for him, when he gets hit, it's double damage. So if he were to get hit so if this player, Jimmy Hatch, whoever that is, if he got the 3X, instead of being 3 X's, that's 6 X's for Pablo Montoya. And normally you need 7 external damage in order to be out of the race. But with Pablo Montoya, the way I'm looking at it is if once he gets 6 external damage, he's gone. So basically, if he gets hit twice, So he basically is going to be in the race for at least 2 turns. Don't know if he's going to get hurt or not. We'll see. Yep. Just kind of going over things a little bit with the demolition derby, and I will have this race first thing in the morning, meaning probably 7 or 8 o'clock, and we'll see how it goes. We've got 13 racers. They're all Season 3 YRL drivers. I did add Pablo Montoya because he's got what I call the curse, meaning that when he's in a race, he's cursed with the fact that if he gets hit twice, he's pretty much out of the race. I also want to give somebody the advantage of basically basically what I would call like a blessing, where they don't get any damage for the first turn, and yeah. So I would like to do that, and we've got 13 drivers there, and we're not considering Pablo Montoya, but so basically we got 12. I will roll these dice, so somebody from 2 to 12 will get the chance to not have any damage the first turn, which if you look, the first guy is going to go after the guys in these two in the line down from him, and if G-Puck got no damage, that means all damage inflicted on this first turn would go to D. Scott Howard. So yeah, that's a big advantage if you happen to win that. And these are just some of the different cards and what they look like. I'll explain the different markings there when I get to them. But it should be a fun time. This will be my first time doing the demolition derby. It says about 20 minutes, but I figure possibly for the first time an hour, because I have to look at pretty much all these, and is he going to use this or is he not going to use this? And like I have to look at a D. Scott's Howard's. His is an extra capacity for external damage, and that's kind of pretty much for the entire race. So that's a big thing to have 8. To have 8 instead of 7 is a big thing, and we'll see how things go in the morning. It's just really kind of late. I had a long day, and we will see how things go in the morning. I'm not going to touch or move anything. The way you see it is pretty much the way it's going to be, and I love you guys. You take care, and it's Demolition Derby first thing in the morning. Love y'all. Have a good night.